War against systemic racism in Malaysia. The death of George Floyd at the hand of law enforcement caused indignation and protests across the United States, with people from other countries expressing their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. Former CIMB Bank Chairman Datuk Sri Nazir Razak said Malaysia need to look at its own reputation with minority communities. We do not even define racism and legislate against it. Our nationhood, what Malaysian mean, and how our government, economy and community function need revaluation. Unfortunately, racism is still faced by the orang asli. Article 153 safeguard the spatial status of Malay and Sabah Sarawak native. It does not mention the orang asli who reside in Peninsula Malaysia. Forefront researcher and activist in Orang Asli Concern, Colin Nicholas says their contribution to the creation and stability of the country is not to be found in history books. As he said, this prevent policymakers from seeing the Orang Asli as societies of complex and spatial culture while capable of making their own decision. Most policies appear to support the orang asli on the surface, but in reality favor outside interests such as the orang asli decision in 2009 to issue land title. In the end, Nicholas said the move was for land grabbing, refusing the entitle of orang asli to 77,000 hectares of customary land already acknowledged by the Department of Orang Asli Welfare, Jakarta. Orang Asli artist Shak Koyop hopes that there will be spaces for cultural voices to address inclusion issues. The problem occurs with the lack of representation and participation. For him now, it's only about equality that everyone deserves to have. In the end, they are not the only minority group in Malaysia facing prejudice due to their skin colour or where they originated. Their struggle often make headlines, but there is not enough governmental action. It is great to see many non-governmental organisations have fight for their rights, but Malaysia as a whole need to do better. Gibbons Conservation Society help saving Malaysia singing swinging apes. Gibbons are among the most threatened primates on earth. They are adapt to live in the treetops, and now their territory is vanishing at a quick rate. Even worse, they are regularly caught and sold as pet or executed for use in customary mats. In Malaysia, gibbons are widely distributed across the forest in Malay Peninsula and also in Borneo. Nowadays, gibbons are under immense threat from habitat misfortune, and hunting has resulted in activist act to save them. A president of Gibbons Conservation Society, Norliyana Ramli, dedicates herself as a mother to the gibbons. All the species in Malaysia are currently endangered under IUCN, but they don't know whether the gibbons are critically endangered because there is a lack of data. Activists in GCS take care of the gibbon by feeding milk, and bum usually lay down with the gibbon in her bed when they were babies. The gibbon daily schedule here is going to school every morning so they can learn how to live in the wild. At the school, they learn how to swing, climb and feed in nature. They slowly rehabilitate and prepare themselves to be back in the wild where they belong. 18 years old, AMD graduate settling well in his new club in Spain. Mohammad Aniq Mohd Asri has already spent 1 year in the city of Malaga after finishing his stint at Mokhtar Dahari Academy AMD in Gambang Pahang. Aniq is among many Malaysian footballers from AMD who has been invited for the trial outside of Malaysia. He liked the training in Malaga because they are more intense and tiring. It is because it challenged him to become better and stronger mentally and physically. In the future, Aniq hoped that he will be selected to play for the first division in Spain and aiming to play for Malaysia. Aniq is currently in Malaysia undergoing rehabilitation treatment for an anterior cruciate ligament ACL injury. He arrived here just 2 days before the national lockdown on March 18. He hoped to return to the field in October.